In this video we are going to talk about 7 tips to stop watching porn. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to this channel for our future updates. Pornography can indicate a healthy sexual appetite. However, if you find yourself watching it frequently, you may have a pornographic addiction. While a porn addiction may appear to be harmless, it can be harmful to your overall health. People who are addicted to porn often use it as an unhealthy way to deal with stress or as a replacement for a healthy sexual life. If you think you have a problem with how much porn you watch, here are some recommendations to help you stop, as well as indicators of porn addiction and treatment choices. Fortunately, there are numerous methods for avoiding pornographic viewing. There are strategies to quit, whether you believe you have an addiction or have recognized reasons why your pornography use is getting in the way of who you want to be. Prioritizing your values, rephrasing the way you talk to yourself, understanding how hard it is to change, dealing with underlying stressors, joining a support group, making an environment that is open to change, and having a backup plan for when obstacles come up can all help you live a life without porn. Here are 7 suggestions for minimizing or quitting pornography. Number 7. Install a porn blocker and try ACT therapy. Incorporating a porn blocker into your digital devices can act as a deterrent, or at the very least require you to take a few extra steps during times of overwhelming desire. As it turns out, the most beneficial aspect of using a porn blocker is its ability to buy a little more time for people to reassess their needs and instead opt to lean into values. This can make it easier to take decisive action and achieve your goals of seeing less porn and, finally, stopping the practice altogether. It is a type of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, that emphasizes accepting one's thoughts and urges while also committing to actions that are more consistent with one's important values. Acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, is a type of CBT that emphasizes accepting one's thoughts and urges while simultaneously committing to actions that are more consistent with one's important values. People learn to have a better relationship with their inner ideas, emotions, and drives by learning to stop ignoring, denying, and dealing with them. They are then able to create space in their lives to go forwards in their careers and personal lives. It has been shown that after 12 sessions, ACT is one of the most effective therapies for problematic pornography viewing. It is one of the few treatments that has been scientifically proven to be effective. Number 6. Try meditation. Meditation, as a method of learning to disengage from one's thoughts and emotions, is taught via practice. It is a technique that is readily available to everyone and can be highly useful during the early stages of quitting porn, when emotions are most prone to fluctuating and becoming overwhelming. By concentrating on your breathing, you can divert your attention away from distracting thoughts. This assists you in realizing that thoughts might arise, but that you do not have to act on them, and that they normally disappear more quickly when you are calmer. Number 5. Engage in physical activity or join a 12-step group. Taking part in physical activity has been shown to have a positive impact on one's reward center in the brain, which in turn serves to improve one's general well-being and happiness. Exercise has been shown to improve both a person's physical and mental health by controlling the desire for a reward. This may explain why it has been shown to be helpful in getting people off the internet. People often criticize someone who admits to being addicted to pornography, but 12-step groups can be a safe place to talk about it without being judged. This is something that many people need in order to stop being addicted to this kind of entertainment. The sense of support and accountability that a person has are additional benefits that help them feel more supported and less alone as they embark on the journey towards a porn-free lifestyle. Using an online directory to locate a therapist who specializes in porn addiction can help you receive more individualized professional support. Number 4. Plan ahead and change your surroundings. When it comes to putting a halt to porn, failure to plan is planning to fail, as is the case with the majority of everything in life. It is possible to play the role of your ideal self even when you are inclined to sit back and observe, if you plan ahead of time and do the necessary preparation. Yes, the need will arise, but it is important to remember that an impulse is not the same as a relapse in behavior. Cravings are your body's way of directing you back into your comfort zone because we are hardwired to seek it out when we are uncomfortable. Investigate your own personality and identify the triggers that set it off. It is important to remember that just because you have decided to quit using porn does not mean that triggers, urges, and self-doubt will not come up again. This is precisely why it is vital to have a contingency plan in place before anything happens. Don't underestimate the influence of one's environment when it comes to being activated by something or being affected by anything. Anything that is repeated over an extended period of time becomes habitual and can be maintained on autopilot with little or no conscious effort on the part of the individual. The same could be said about pornography, which may have started out as a coping method but has now developed into a habit as a result of repeated exposure to the material. In order to have an impact on the outcome, what actions can you take to change your environment? Number 3. Accept yourself. What you oppose endures and has the capacity to intensify any difficulty you are currently dealing with, no matter how much you protest. You must first accept yourself entirely as you are right now while simultaneously having a clear picture of who you want to be in the future if you want to make long-term changes. According to the author, by developing a new self-identity and writing it down, you can close the gap between yourself and others and make better decisions in difficult circumstances. Number 2. Have a plan B and a plan C. The exercise of willpower alone is not a reliable relapse prevention approach for many people. It is vital for long-term success to have replacements when it comes to living a life free of pornography. All of these elements, as well as new interests, meetup groups, and backup methods that have been planned in advance, are critical components of the rehabilitation process. Volunteering is yet another wonderful option for keeping yourself occupied in a meaningful and productive way while also contributing to society. The process of finding a volunteer opportunity that fits your schedule on volunteermatch.org is quick and uncomplicated. Number 1. Prioritize your values. It is impossible to overestimate the importance of values in the long-term preservation of a new way of life. It has been established that values have a substantial impact on the preservation of positive transformation. Due to the fact that maintaining a porn-free lifestyle requires much more than merely deciding to avoid engaging in pornography, it is not always easy to achieve. Making a conscious decision to turn towards something rather than away from something is critical. As soon as you've made the decision to live a life free of porn, your own personal values will determine how you'll act in this new position. The key to successfully quitting porn for good is to focus your attention on your long-term image of yourself rather than falling prey to the instinctual, habitual, and impulsive cravings that come with doing so. Making the decision to slow down and genuinely feel your feelings, rather than running away from them, is required. In order to protect yourself and your family, you must have backup plans in place that are congruent with your personal values and ideas about what is important and significant in life. Replace the idea that quitting is a way to make the most of one's own progress with the idea that self-compassion is a vital component of the process. What do you think about our video? Please let us know in the comments area below. If you enjoyed this video and would want to hear from me again, please subscribe and turn on the notification before leaving. Thank you for watching us.